Chapter 4: The Shared Experience. The first day of returning from break felt loud and overwhelming. The hallways were a disaster of shouting students and slammed lockers. Mina's usual feeling of being small and invisible returned, and she instinctively hugged her books closer to her chest. She had managed to navigate her morning classes, but lunch was always a challenge. The cafeteria was a vast, open space where social groups formed like islands, and Mina often felt adrift. During lunch, she found a seat at a table with Sophia and a few other students. Sophia was chatting enthusiastically with Jamal and Anna. Two classmates Mina didn't talk to much, but they were always very cordial. Anna, the artist and dancer, was quiet but seemed deeply thoughtful. Jamal, the natural leader, was effortlessly charismatic. Mina felt a slight bit of panic, not used to being in such a mixed group. She just listened, trying to observe their conversation for an easy way to participate. "So Mina," Jamal said, his smile friendly and genuine, making her feel seen. "What did you do for break? I heard you got into some new video stuff." Mina was surprised he had noticed. "Yeah, I was learning a new video editing software and techniques," she said, feeling a little less nervous. "It was pretty cool. I want to develop a few short films on my own." "My family went to the mountains," Anna said quietly. "I tried to paint the trees, but they were so hard to observe and capture. The wind kept changing the branches and all. It's a fun challenge, though." She seemed more comfortable in her quiet, creative space than in the bustling cafeteria. "My parents had me doing a whole bunch of stuff to keep me busy," Jamal said, rolling his eyes good-naturedly. "I also got to do a chess tournament and some kind of community garden thing. It was a lot, but I guess it was a good way to develop some new skills." As they talked, Mina started to feel more comfortable. It was then that Anna mentioned a box of old puppets her parents had made her bring to a yard sale. "I had this huge box of puppets," Anna said with a sigh. "I used to put on shows for my parents. They got so sad about me selling them. My mom said I was her little puppeteer." Mina felt a jolt of recognition. "My dad wanted to make a stop-motion video with me," she said, surprising herself by sharing the story. "With my old stuffed dragon Draco. He wanted to do last Dragon Day. God, kill me right now." Anna and Jamal smiled, but another student, Liam, who was sitting quietly at the end of the table, spoke up. He was usually more reserved, but he had a surprisingly passionate expression on his face now. "I know what you mean, Mina," Liam said, his voice soft but clear. "My parents made me keep all my old model trains. They spent so much time building the tracks in the little towns. I guess they didn't want to waste all that effort and money they invested." He paused, then continued, "When I was a little kid, I was completely obsessed with Thomas the Train. I wanted to be a conductor. I had the whistle, the striped engineer hat, everything, the whole nine. My parents saw how much I loved it and they went out and got a huge train set. The entire basement floor was covered in tracks. They thought that would be a great way for us to all do something together." Mina and the others listened, captivated. "They even took me on this cross-country train trip to see all the big train stations," Liam continued, a faraway look in his eyes. "We were on the train for days. It was amazing at first, but then I realized something. You see so many places, so many towns and cities, but you only stop for a little bit. You don't get to really discover them. You just see them from the window. I realized that being a conductor would be boring. You never get to explore. My parents didn't realize that when they were trying to make me happy. Now I have to find a way to reduce the number of trains I have. They just don't understand that it's not what I want to do anymore. They still love those trains. They thought it would bring us all closer together." Mina looked at Liam, a fresh wave of relief washing over her. It wasn't just her. Her experience wasn't a secret, quirky thing. It was a normal part of growing up. All the kids in their class felt the same way about their hobbies, their parents, and their lives. The feeling of being a big kid on campus was something they all shared, especially since starting junior high. She had worried about being different, but in this moment she realized they were all in the same boat, trying to navigate the waters of growing up. Suddenly she felt incredibly normal.